Welcome to episode 2 of We Talk TV. I am your host, Sean Parson. This video is a little late. I apologize. I have been going through not some things, but just been busy with a little busy with work and recently some personal developments within myself. I was previously just a little sidetrack. So I was previously a smoker. Decided to kick cigarettes to the curb. Um, you know, being in sales, be doing it for somewhat a little over 20 years, it becomes a lot. Um, so just decided to do something personal for myself. Going through that, I'm just being a parent, having kids. You wanna be the best version of yourself and continuously do so. It's about personal growth. But we can get back into that if you are interested in learning on the steps to take. If you are facing some sort of addiction or just trying to improve or do things to improve, enhance your personal well-being, feel free to reach out. You can reach out to me via Instagram or Snapchat. Feel free. It is an open line of communication. Today's episode, I wanted to focus on masks. I know we recently, um, we recently had Halloween, and for the interest of masks, it's the time of the year everyone throws on a mask, pretends to be something else. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in terms of relationships. Now, a lot of the times when we meet someone, we have this preconceived notion of who that person is, and we have these expectations, and we set these false expectations within ourselves of this person, of this draw image of this person. Before we actually meet this person, we see this person, we build this entire storyline in our head, whatever. And when this person doesn't fall short of that, we kind of leave ourselves feeling disappointed. Now, the version of a person that you create in your head is not their responsibility to fulfill that image. Now, on the other side of things, a lot of the times when people meet someone, they pretend to be someone they're not, pretend to be the best version of themselves, to be with this person or to show themselves in a better light. And to be honest with you, that's the worst thing you could do. Um, the average person has somewhat of about an average lifespan of 80 years, 80 to 90 years. And by doing that, what you're doing is you're ultimately wasting, pretty much wasting your time, because now you're putting on this front, pretending to be something that you're not and someone you're not, to impress someone else. So you're devaluing yourself as an individual and putting that person higher on a pedestal. Now, what happens essentially is, you're constantly having to maintain this image, and eventually, what happens is cracks of that image that you've portrayed for so long, the real you begins to come out. And now that other person might see it as, this is not you. You're changing. You're flipping out. You're flipping. You're switching up, whatever. And honestly, you might be looking at it like, damn, not, oh, not. This is who I am. This is always who I've been. But to be honest with you, it wasn't, because you were pretending to be something else. And that was originally the problem. You put on this mask and you try to be something that you're not, hoping that this person accepts you. And now you're getting upset, and as you should, because realistically you pretend to be someone you're not. And now when this person feels bad about the person that they're seeing, or starts resenting the person that they're seeing, it's like they're resenting the person that you are. So they're feeling a type of way about you, uh, being who you are. Like without the mask, your real, true self. So now it begs the question that how do you avoid this? You avoid it by simply just being yourself. Like, don't fake the fun. Don't pretend to be something you're not. don't try to impress someone, because honestly, we all shit the same, right? Um, like we're all people, right? This and that's about like the same thing with insecurities. On average, we all have this number, and we're painting this number within our head between the numbers of 1 to 10, and we evaluate our partners subconsciously. We evaluate our partners in terms of 1 to 10. So if I identify myself as a 6, and I identify my partner as an 8 or a 9 per se, and then maybe someone else, or maybe I see another person, or I see a friend is talking to my partner, and I assume they're an 8. I value them at an 8, and I valued myself at a 6. Now if that person that they're talking to is evaluated as a higher number, a 10 or a 9, I'll automatically have a self build upon an insecurity, because I've evaluated these two individuals as a higher number subconsciously. And that's a real thing. And the problem with masks now is that we have to break out of that image, that you know that of not valuing ourselves, and break that image of wearing a mask. Be ourselves, be with someone that accepts you for who you are, that we're all flawed, accept the good with the bad. Be yourself, be be who you are, because ultimately that's all we want. We want to be with someone that accepts us for us, right? And you shouldn't change for a person. You should change for yourself. So you should find those improvements, or those things that you feel as an individual you can improve on. And if there's things that you want to improve upon yourself, improve upon it within yourself, not for someone else. Because what happens is, you don't know what tomorrow holds. You could like give the world to someone. You could build the world for someone, and in turn not have a place in it. And that's nobody else's fault. That's really your own fault, you know because ultimately, you know you put yourself in those situations. So you should always love, and always put yourself first, right? I'm not saying, you think of it like, you're on an airlines, and the stewardess goes, before you put someone else help someone else put their mask on, you put your mask on first. And that's exactly it. Love, or being in love, or being with someone, it shouldn't it shouldn't you should never love a person more than you love yourself, because everything starts with I, right? Really love who you are. A person shouldn't make you happy, they should complement your happiness, because you should be happy within yourself. You should find that happiness within yourself, and that person should have happiness and peace within their self, and their happiness and peace will complement the happiness and peace that you've already found within yourself. And that's, you know in my opinion, the situation that you want to be in. You want to be with people that value you for who you are, not people that you have to pretend and put on these masks to be something you're not, because eventually those masks, they come off. you know and at the end of the day, you know don't be a clown, wear your crown. Know your worth. And feel free to like, subscribe, um, reach out, follow me on Instagram, add me on Snap. Don't. It's cool. um, but I appreciate your time, and until we see each other again, peace. Have a good one. Bye.